every baseball fan loves to pretend being the manager for their team. Imagine just how easy it would be as we sit at home on our couch, eating our nachos, watching our games, and thinking, oh, well, I would make all the right decisions. Well, obviously, that's not true because we haven't been hired, but it's still fun to speculate. MLB.com just released their projected New York Mets lineup, so I want to go through it with you, give some of my thoughts, and hear your thoughts. If you were the manager, comment down below. What would be the starting lineup that you would want to be your go-to starting lineup? And of course, you can leave some options for lefty righty, but what's the main batting order that you would choose? This is what MLB.com suggests. They say Francisco Lindor, shortstop, batting first; Juan Soto, right field, batting second; Pete Alonso, first base, batting third; Brandon Nimmo, left field, batting fourth; Mark Vientos, third base, batting fifth; Jesse Winker, DH, batting sixth; Francisco Alvarez, catcher, batting seventh; Jeff McNeil, second base, batting eighth; and Tyron Taylor, center field, batting ninth. So a couple different things to break down there. So first of all, I really like Lindor in the number one spot. I think that is super important. I think that is where he has just thrived, and just where he has brought so much energy right from the start of the game. You know you're going to get good, solid at-bats right out from the beginning of the day. So I do like that. I'm not a big fan of Nimmo batting behind Alonso. I think that either I like the idea of Nimmo maybe in the 2-hole or Nimmo in the 5-hole. I know all the reports are Nimmo is looking extra big, extra strong, and ready to go. So maybe there is a little bit of speculation here that Nimmo could provide that bat. But I like the idea. Now, again, I'm kind of also in the camp of I'm kind of expecting Vientos to take a bit of a step back. So I don't know exactly how I would mix and match all of these things. I certainly like the idea of Pete getting up and having a shot to be up in the first inning. So I don't really have a full solution here, but maybe I would swap Vientos and Nimmo just at least for the start of the season and see, because maybe there is no sophomore slump for Vientos and he'll be ready to go. Certainly Nimmo could be someone who could protect Pete, but I don't know if that's quite the protection that you would want. I definitely think that there's a chance that Francisco Alvarez could move up in the lineup as the year goes on. Now, you may also not put him as high just to give him a little more rest. The idea of McNeil as an 8-hole hitter is fine, but I think he could also work in the 9-hole slot as someone who could turn the lineup over, get you a good quality at bat down the bottom. I'm really hoping that McNeil can get back, not, of course, to full form of batting champion, but a lot more to his kind of more classic McNeil of just putting the ball in play and not worried as much on the analytics side. So I can see that. I also can see Acuna just basically winning that spot. And of course, McNeil does have multiple positions that he can play because he can do outfield. And, it might be one of those where McNeil's going to play, multiple positions throughout the week. But I definitely see that there could be an opportunity for Acuna to maybe if not win it out of camp, at least be competing for the starting spot coming out of camp, and be kind of interesting to see how all of that goes. Of course, you'll notice that you're not going to see Marte as the primary starting. It might be someone that you platoon every now and then. I still feel like when I look at this lineup, it is really solid. But it feels like we could use one more outfielder. Not going to lie, it just feels like that. And we're not going to dive into the pitching rotation today. But of who we have on this team, of who we're projecting to come out of camp, of course, there's always a chance for a crazy move to go down. But I really do think that the core of our outfield, infield is basically set. My guess is if the Mets are going to make a move, it's going to be for a starting pitcher at this point in time. But what are you liking about this? What would you want to do? Who are you moving up? Who are you moving down in the lineup? Do you like Lindor in the 1-hole? Are you okay with Nimmo is there to protect Pete? Or do you think that, the Vientos and Nimmo could switch spots 4 and 5? Just kind of interesting to what you think. So comment down below what you think is going to be the optimal lineup for the Mets in this year ahead.